Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we've just seen the draw for the group stages of the AFCON 2023 qualification campaign. 12 groups of 4, 48 teams drawn out in total for 24 places on the plane to Ivory Coast, because right now all planes lead to Cote d'Ivoire. So we've got 12 groups to go through. We're going to go through every single group and sort of take a look at which two teams should be progressing. But of course, the first group we've got to look at is Group F, because Algeria have been drawn with Uganda, with Niger again, and with Tanzania. So on the whole, you know, usually I'd be so confident and say we'd beat everyone and we'd get 18 points. But of our last 5 competitive games, we only won one of them, which is a cause for concern. So I'm not going to take any of these games for granted. You've got Uganda and Tanzania, both English-speaking nations in the east of Africa, and then you've got Niger, which of course is geographically close to Algeria, who we played in the recent World Cup qualifiers and we smacked them 6-1 and 4-0. So in terms of Niger, we recently played them twice. We know what the opposition are about. We know what to expect. Doesn't need to be too much planning for those games. Easy travel time, and also we know what they're going to be offering up against us. So Niger's okay. I expect 6 points off of them. Uganda, AFCON 2019. Uganda are a top side. They got to the last 16 with Onyango in goal. Onyango playing in the CAF Champions League still. I think he's retired for Uganda. They're one of the best goalkeepers in recent times in Africa. Farouk Mia. They've got some good players, I think. I think Uganda are underrated, and that's why they are indeed in pot 2. So Uganda away won't be an easy game. Tanzania, we've played Tanzania loads of times in recent years, whether it was smacking them 7-0 in Algeria. Algeria beat them. We had them in the AFCON when we won AFCON. We beat Tanzania 3-0 with our B team. Andy Delora and Slimani started up front together in that game. But Tanzania away, have they got the likes of Samata and Msuva still? So again, the Tanzania away, the Uganda away, I think they could cause some potential problems. But considering 2 teams go through from the group, you can come first or second, I'm fairly confident that Algeria will win this group and hopefully, inshallah, make it to another Africa Cup of Nations tournament. So Algeria have Niger, Uganda and Tanzania in the qualification draw, and I'm fairly satisfied with that. It could have been a lot worse, as you're about to find out with these other groups. So in Group A, we've got Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau and Sao Tome or Mauritius. Sao Tome actually beat Mauritius in the last round, but a disciplinary case has been, it's not just Algeria, Cameroon, a disciplinary case has been opened with regards to Sao Tome and Mauritius, so we wait to see what comes out of that. But either way, Nigeria to come first for me, and Sierra Leone looked very good at AFCON. Of course, Algeria couldn't beat them. They also drew to Ivory Coast. Guinea-Bissau been at the last few AFCONs as well. So it'll be tight for second place between Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau. But of course, you got 3 of the 4 there. We're at the last AFCON. Nigeria should be winning that group. And of course, at the last AFCON, Nigeria had to play Guinea-Bissau, so they know all about them. Group B, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Togo, Eswatini. I think Burkina Faso will advance. I don't think Eswatini will make it, but Togo and Cape Verde again. Cape Verde were at the last AFCON, got to the second round. Togo, Cape Verde will be very close for that second spot. Even Burkina Faso might find a few problems actually, but I think Burkina Faso and Cape Verde or Togo will come out of that one. It'll be close for the second spot as well. Group C, you've got Cameroon, oh God, the last hosts, Kenya, Namibia and Burundi. Cameroon should be well ahead of Kenya, Namibia and Burundi. But of course, Kenya could be kicked out of the draw if FIFA go against them. So if Kenya get kicked out, either Namibia or Burundi will join Cameroon at the next AFCON. So you'll wait and see the decision on Kenya. But if Kenya do remain, then they should advance with Cameroon. If they get kicked out, Namibia, good side. I fancy them to do something. Group D, all 4 teams in Group D, I believe, were at the last AFCON. Egypt were, Guinea were, Malawi were. Malawi had a good AFCON, Mahango particularly. They played Morocco in the last 16, didn't they? And Ethiopia as well. Tough one for Egypt, considering they lost a manager. Guinea away, Malawi away, Ethiopia away. That's going to be tough for Egypt on the road, you know. I'll be surprised if they pick up any wins on the road. This group's going to be a lot closer than people think. I can't call this one. I can't call Group D. I think Malawi could do something in there. We saw Ethiopia score against Cameroon at AFCON, Guinea as well. with their unbelievable midfield. Are Egypt still going to have Salah by the time this comes around? Because the qualifiers are coming back end of May, beginning of June. So in a few weeks' time, we're going to find out how these kick off. Group E, Ghana. They should win this one. Madagascar, Angola and Central African Republic. I think if Angola get a few of their new players in, the likes of Helder Costa, a lot of players born in Portugal, Angola can bring in, then I'd say that Ghana and Angola will come out of this one. Madagascar's time has come, I think. They peaked at AFCON 2019 when they got to the quarter-final. Algeria, Uganda, Niger and Tanzania, we've already spoken about. I'll say right now, Algeria and... not Niger, Uganda or Tanzania. It will be close, it will be close. It depends when they play each other. And that's a derby as well, isn't it? But Algeria should win Group F. Group G, you've got Mali, Congo, Gambia and South Sudan. I'll say Mali and Gambia will come out of Group G. I loved Gambia, quarter-finalists at the recent AFCON. Group H is an interesting one because you've got Ivory Coast, the hosts. Now, the hosts are in the draw, despite the fact that they're already qualified as hosts, which means if Ivory Coast come in the top two, only one other team from this group can make it. So Zambia, Comoros and Lesotho are all fighting for one spot. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, Zambia with Patson Daka could be a real threat. We're yet to see the best of Daka at Leicester in the Premier League, but if he keeps developing, he'll be a top player. I don't think Lesotho are going to stand a chance. I think they'll end up on 0 points. Comoros, brilliant at the last AFCON again, got to the last 16, narrowly lost to Cameroon with a defender in goal. I just think Patson Daka might have too much for Comoros. So Ivory Coast and Zambia for me. Group I, DR Congo. We've got Gabon, we've got Mauritania and we've got Sudan. So we've got two teams from North Africa in this one. But Gabon, I think the Aubameyang days, well, he's doing brilliantly at Barcelona. Can he replicate that Barcelona form with Gabon? That's the question I want answered, because I'd fancy DR Congo and Gabon usually to make it out. But Mauritania, you know, with Kamara up top, didn't see enough from him at the last AFCON. Didn't see enough from Hassan. And Sudan, with this new generation coming forward, could spring a surprise. And I don't know if Gabon off the field are going to get their act together. So as of right now, I'm going to call DR Congo and Sudan to make it out of Group I. I know it's a big call. I think Gabon have got a lot of problems behind the scenes, to be honest, particularly what happened last time. Tunisia, they should win Group J with Equatorial Guinea. That's Algeria's worst nightmare, the team that ended Algeria's unbeaten 35-game stretch run. Libya in there, so we've got a North African derby, and Botswana. Libya will give it a good go. Botswana, Algeria had last qualifiers, but Tunisia and Equatorial Guinea should come out of that group. But Libya will go close. Now, Group K, I'm telling you now, is a tough group, because you've got Morocco, obviously the best side in this group. Liberia, I think, will come last. But the thing is, Morocco have to fly halfway across the world to South Africa and back, and then to Zimbabwe, which is next to South Africa, and back. So that's two long old journeys Morocco have to complete. I'm talking not in terms of logistics, not in terms of course, player ability. Morocco, player for player, are the best side by far. But in terms of travelling, to go to South Africa and back, and then to Zimbabwe and back, the altitude, we saw the World Cup 2010, that's going to be tough logistically. But Morocco might come out of this easily, because Zimbabwe, another one of those teams like Kenya that could be kicked out by FIFA because of government interference. So if Zimbabwe are kicked out, then Morocco and South Africa will walk this group. But K will be closer than you think, and I rate Zimbabwe, and you saw Algeria play Zimbabwe recently in the 2 games. They were good games. And then Group L, Senegal, Benin, Mozambique and Rwanda. I think Senegal and I think Mozambique will qualify. I can see Mozambique coming second to Senegal in this one. So that's the AFCON 2023 qualifying draw. The first 2 games will take place between the 30th of May and the 14th of June this year. Let me know your thoughts on Algeria's group in the comments down below, and any shocks and surprises you think we might see along the way. But thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.